What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 online connected franchise mode game. It's now week 12 in the Primetime Football League. The Seattle Seahawks are undefeated no more, losing their first game of the season last week, but still at 9-1, looking really good in the NFC playoff picture. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 2-8 and nowhere close to that playoff picture you guys saw. This is a rebuilding year for Tampa Bay. They traded away their future quarterback Jameis Winston at the start of the season, as that's Quan Alexander with the early pick 6 to get things going. So they trade away Jameis for some draft picks, and now they have their own draft pick that's probably going to be really good considering their record. But early on, the Buccaneers had the first points on the board via their defense, and they might get some more. Interception, Bradley McDougal, and that was a mistake by us. Accidentally floated that pass for Jimmy Graham instead of just bulleting it, and now that's Doug Martin running them into field goal range right away. This game looking dangerous for a Seahawks team that looked immortal a couple weeks ago, winning every single game, trashing opponents, defense looking like the best in the league. Now we have to make up for what might be one of the worst offenses in the league. Russell Wilson has now thrown 6 interceptions in his last 5 quarters of football, but that's an interception by Sam Bradford, who is playing quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No Jameis, remember that. So they have Sam Bradford and they have Paxton Lynch on the bench. Really weird, man. The dude who, this is actually the second owner of the BUCS this year. Apparently the first owner of the BUCS did a bunch of crazy trades. They got Victor Cruz on the team. They have Pierre Garçon. They don't have Vincent Jackson anymore. And Shane Ray's on the defensive side. Is 3rd and inches. We throw an interception. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Russell Wilson. What are we doing out here? And that was just a bad play by me. I mean, first of all, we had underneath routes. I tried to force it deep for who knows what reason. On 3rd and inches, I don't even know why we didn't run the ball. But our defense is playing great right now. Whenever they've had a chance to take the field, it's been short field position, and they've been bailing us out right now. This game should not be a 0-7 game based on the way we've been playing early on. It's early in the first quarter. We're only down by 7, and we threw 3 interceptions. It's 3rd down and 1. This time we're going to be able to convert, just throwing in the flats. He sends the blitz. We throw it to the hot read, Thomas Rawls. He gets us the first down. And we just got to get going a little bit. That was a dangerous pass right there. I'm so out of it right now. You can tell my reads are just way, even this play. This is just nothing I'm doing is smart right now. 3rd down and 3. We're just going to run the ball with Thomas Rawls right here. And thankfully he gets us the first down. We got to go to the ground game a little bit to settle us down in the passing game and give Pro-Size and Rawls these carries. And then, you know, hopefully that settles down the pass rush and all that. And we can just make simpler reads because, right now, we're not doing that. And we got to open up our playbook because we didn't do that last week against the Eagles, like I mentioned before. But, you know, we got to win football games. So we're going to have to bring out the big guns eventually, or at least just get some first downs or something like that. And that's what we're doing on this drive. This is a very methodical drive. And these are the kind of drives we've been putting together all season long. Just, you know, taking what the defense is giving us, an out route, a drag route, whatever it may be. 3rd down and 9. Wilson rolling, throwing, and finding Lockett. The defender caught in no man's land. Either guard Wilson on the rush or guard the outside receiver. He didn't do either, as we get Jimmy Graham up high for the touchdown. Game tied up at 7 apiece in the midway point of the second quarter. 2nd and 8. That's a dump down. That's a big hit and a recovery by the man who fumbled, Cameron Brate. But nonetheless, 3rd down and 9 for a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that has struggled to pass the football all season long, and looks like they're doing the same in this game. Interception, Deshaun Shed. Would have been a punt on 4th down anyways, as we throw these screen pass to CJ Pro-Size, get the ball to midfield, and the offense is starting to look a little bit rejuvenated in this second quarter. And it's all about not throwing the ball to the other team, but here we go right back to feeding the Buccaneers the pigskin. What are we doing out here? That's literally the only thing that you can't do. You had the little out route for the first down, and we didn't like the screen, but look at the defense once again. Cliff Averill with the touchdown. Mike Morgan with the sack off the edge. Mike Morgan has been so huge this season off the edge, considering he's like a 70-something overall. And once again, our defense is carrying the offense, carrying my lack of reads and lack of good decision making, as that is one heck of a dime by Bradford and a great catch by Mike Evans. As next play, he's quickly moving the ball downfield. I'm not going to act like I'm the best Madden player in the world or anything close like that, because right now we're playing terrible. It's always great to have the Seahawks defense. So I'm not going to act like our defense, I'm a great defensive player. We're definitely playing with some stars on this team, like Cliff Averill, like Michael Bennett, like Sherman. Look at Clark. Look at Averill in the backfield. Doug Martin loses 8 yards. Next play, Mike Morgan meets the quarterback again. Bradford's got to be sick of this guy. 30 seconds left, chucking it up, and it's intercepted. It was borderline field goal range to try to make this a 3-point game. He tried to go for the tie. He doesn't get any points out of what looked like a good drive to manage this game as we were going to the second half, as we got to be careful right here. 3rd down and 10. Don't want to give up a safety, so we're just going to QB sneaky. He actually calls a timeout here on 4th down. Got to make sure he doesn't block our punt. He's not stacked on the line, so we just punt this ball away, and, everything that stands between us and the halftime locker room is a miracle return, which we take care of. And, right now, this game is all about taking care of business. That was the focus from the start of the game, and we didn't do that in the first half. We did not accomplish our goal at all, besides one very productive and methodical drive. So we got to get back to that, get back to the Seahawks football, take care of the football, and let our defense do their thing as they do once again. This defense is great at forcing turnovers, one of the best in the league. Interceptions, fumbles, whatever it may be, as Wilson leaves the pocket. Our job on the offensive end is not to turn the ball over, play the field position game, and play smart, as we get sacked right there by Malaluga. 3rd down and 12. You know what we're going to do? Not force the football. We are already in field goal range because our defense got us there. So we're not going to stand in the pocket, get sacked out of field goal range, as Halishka just going to make that one inside. A little windy conditions out here, combined with the all Madden kicking meter, can make the kicking game very dicey. You guys have seen PATs missed by opponents. We've missed a couple of PATs this year, but besides that, we've been pretty spot on with our kicking as 3rd down and long. That LOB, Legion of Boom, doing their thing out there, forcing the punt. And there's 2 very different agendas in this game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as much as you love to win football games, if you lose this football game, it's not the worst thing in the world, because they are preparing for next year's draft, and having that draft pick would be very fortunate for them, as well as the Jets pick, which is going to be very good since the Jets aren't good this year. So they got their eye in the future. We have our eye on the present. But nonetheless, you're still here to win the football game, and that is what Tampa Bay is trying to do on 2nd down after the defense got them a stop. But right now, the Seattle pass rush is starting to take over this game. 3rd and 17. Doug Martin just going to rush it for a little bit. You guys saw that last game against the Eagles. What a good pass rush can do. What Fletcher Cox on a good day can do for you, as Tyler Lockett on the return. Oh, good to have him back, but it's not good to see that flag. Seems like anytime we get a good run with Lockett nowadays on these punt returns, there's always a flag. But yeah, you guys saw that. It's happening again. Whether it's Averill, whether it's Mike Morgan, these guys are just dominating at the line of scrimmage right now. Is Russell Wilson going to run that for a 1st down? Next play, start of the 4th quarter. The ground game has been consistently not good, as Thomas Rawls has to make up all the yards himself after getting hit as soon as he crossed the line of scrimmage, which is a pretty common theme of our running game. And that's just something we got to deal with right there. Obviously, Rawls is a good enough back to break some tackles, but he's not Superman. He's not Marshawn Lynch, so we're going to have to pass the ball pretty well. Like I said, just not turn the ball over. That was a great pass by Wilson. Great timing. 1st down, Jermaine Kearse. This drive is all about killing some clock and getting some points. Whichever one happens first, I'm okay with a 2nd down and 7. Russell Wilson had a lane, but we looked for Jimmy Graham and threw the jump ball. And that man, the former basketball player, he lives for those rebounds. And he got one right there. 2nd down and goal. Looking for Graham. And he shakes him, bakes him, and scores. Jimmy Graham, 24-7 game. Graham has 2 of the receiving touchdowns in this one. The other touchdown coming via that Cliff Averill scoop and score. And that was really the game changer right there. To have that 7-point lead with this defense in a game like this where his offense was struggling throughout was all we really needed to grab control of this game, and really thankful that we got it, because if that didn't happen, I might have thrown 4 more interceptions. Who really knows? Calvin's not really settled in anything like that, so we're going to get ourselves acclimated a little bit. Now, as Bobby Wagner gets that interception on 4th down. Great defense once again. I feel like Madden's a rhythm game to where, more than most games, if you don't play it in a couple of days, your reads will be rusty and stuff like that. Your offense will be a little bit rusty. You need some time to get acclimated. That's kind of what happened to me right here. I hadn't played Madden in a couple of days, really since the last CFM game, where I didn't play well in, was the last time I played Madden. And that was, maybe 4 days before I played this game. So, I needed that first half to get acclimated, and really, I should have just played a game before I played this one because we came out so badly, but it worked out. I feel like against, a superior opponent that we probably don't win the game with the start we had, but, we look like we're coming out on top in this one. We're going to do a QB kneel. We're back to ending the games the way we like to. The victory formation. It's the way we didn't get to end our last game. The only time Russell Wilson didn't end the game kneeling the football, but we're back at it. We're back in the victory column. The Seahawks are now 10-1. Good game to my opponent. Don't you guys leave a like video if you guys enjoyed, subscribe for more, but now it's time for the post-game show. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Primetime Football League post-game show, recapping everything that happened around the league besides with the Seattle Seahawks. As we look through the scores this week, we start off on Thanksgiving, 3 great games, including that Lions versus Vikings showdown. Both teams still in the NFC North battle to win the division, as well as some wildcard berths on the line. The Lions win a shootout, close game right there. We scroll down, we look at Baltimore and Cincinnati. Major AFC North game right there, and the Ravens just squeak it out by 1. Major upset, the Giants beat the Browns on the road. The Browns had only lost 1 game prior to that. Now add the Giants to the short list of teams that have beaten them. As you guys see, San Francisco gets the win against Miami. Miami needs every win possible. New England on the other side beat the Jets. Green Bay loses to Philadelphia at home. The Eagles have to be the hottest team in the league. If not them, has to be the Raiders or the Chiefs. All 3 teams playing exceptionally well. As we look at some division standings, the Browns still in control of their division, with the Ravens and Bengals still competing for a wild card berth. And they're also competing with the San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs, you guys will be seeing later as you see the AFC South. Those poor Colts still haven't won a game yet this season, and they don't even have their first round pick this year. The Giants have it, so that just gotta hurt for the Colts. You see the AFC East, the Patriots, not a comfortable lead, but they do have a lead over the Dolphins, who are under 500. This AFC West is probably the best division in the league. 2 10-1 teams and a 7-4 team. One of those teams is probably going to miss the playoffs, and that hurts. As we look at the NFC North, where that division is not over yet. The Packers are 9-2, and they might fall down to 3rd in their division. The Lions and Vikings still winning football games, still breathing down their necks, especially that Lions team. Also, the NFC South still up for grabs right here. The Panthers starting to slip slide a little bit. The Falcons and Saints both getting hot. The Saints had a very bad start to the year, and who knows? Anything can happen when you get some wins going. You can run the table like Aaron Rodgers. These last 2 divisions, not much to be seen here. The Eagles and the Seahawks, probably the favorites to get a first round bye, especially those Eagles. 10-1 clinch the division. The Seahawks also clinched the NFC West. So that's all good for us as we look through some stats. The Chargers, they're 7-4. They got those hot passer in the league, and Phillip Rivers for yardage wise. You see Matt Stafford also got a lot of touchdown passes. Andy Dalton's just been throwing the football a lot, whether it's touchdowns or interceptions. He's up there in both categories. You see Jared Goff having a miserable rookie year. Andrew Luck, those 29 interceptions, definitely still has not come off of those yet. And Cam Newton with 29 interceptions for a really good Panthers team is holding them back. As we look at the rushing leaders, you see David Johnson still up there, Lamar Murray, or Latavius Murray, Isaiah Crowell, Jonathan Stewart having a beast year, 19 touchdowns. As we look at the receiving stats, the one guy to watch here is the guy on top, Amari Cooper, who has a chance to break not only the receiving record that Calvin Johnson set, single season receiving record, can also break Jerry Rice's single season touchdown record. This is very possible to happen. We'll see if the Raiders try to force feed Amari Cooper a little bit to break some records. AJ Green also having a stupendous season. And how about Joey Bosa, the rookie, leading the NFL in sacks this year and threatening Michael Strahan's all-time sack record. And Luke Kuechly trying to break the all-time interception record in the league with 13. Breland with 9, and along with a couple other guys with some high numbers. And how about that Mike Morgan, tied for the lead in forced fumbles? He's like a 70-something overall. This guy really doesn't belong up there, but it's happening. But that'll do it for the post-game show. Hope you guys leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Until then, I'll catch you guys next week for next week's game.